Thanks for joining us for Understanding Real Estate with Realtor Becky Cobb of West Cobb Alliance, part of the ReeceNichols Real Estate Group in Neosho.
Good morning, everybody. This is Becky Cobb, and I'm with Cheryle Perkins, the Newton County Assessor. And Cheryl, thank you so much for being with us today. Cheryl's got a lot going on, and it's stuff that you need to know, so I hope you're paying attention. And Cheryl, why don't you start with telling us a little bit about the senior tax credit?
Okay, the senior tax credit was kind of like a senior tax freeze, as if you've already applied for it, your value should be froze at their 24 value. You still get a tax bill, but it should be really close to what your 24 tax bill was when you get that bill next week in November. There will be sign-ups again starting in February, so you need to contact the collector, and you can call our office for questions too, and the assessor's office, and get signed up so that you can qualify for next year if you weren't eligible last year.
Cheryl's been one of my friends for a long time, and I just love visiting with Cheryl. Cheryl, one of the things I am finding when I am out talking with people is the seniors are thinking they filed for that tax freeze, and they're thinking, I don't owe my taxes. I don't owe any more property taxes. Is that how that works?
No, you still owe. It's just the value is going to be based on where it was froze last year, so that you won't get a reassessment as far as value change on my side. The only thing that will change is the levy, but you do still owe that tax bill, and it should resemble the prior year's tax amount.
So if I paid $1,500 last year, I should be paying $1,500 again this year, even though assessments may have gone up for others, but because of my age, I would be paying the $1,500 again.
Correct. Your assessment would not have changed. Your value your $1,500 could change a little bit based on if a levy changed, okay, but you should be right in that amount.
Okay, great. So folks, hope you understand that, because I know some of you are thinking, oh, I don't owe that anymore. You are going to owe it, so be sure to lay by in store for that too. So we've been talking about tax credit, but there's also something else that is a tax refund, and that's from the state, and it's for 65 plus and disabled. And Cheryl's going to explain a little bit about how that program works.
This program, if the seniors remember, we've had it for a few years, but when everybody got their Social Security increase a few years back, they were disqualified for their income level. So the state has raised the income level. So if you're single now, your income, if you own your home, your income has to be $42,200 or less. And if you are married, it is $48,000 or less. And that is the refund that we used to have, the 948 or circuit breaker, whichever you want to call it. And that one, if you have more than 5 acres, come and see us. We have your paper ready. If you have less than 5 acres, go find a tax person with your receipts and paperwork, and they can help you file for that refund.
So folks, you may have a refund coming. If you have any questions about it, check with the Newton County Assessor's office, and they are ready to help you. Thank you so much, Cheryl. One of the things that Cheryl will mention to us as realtors, I can't do any more splits. And, she's really in good shape, and I would think that she could do the splits. But actually, Cheryl, explain to us what you mean when you say I'm splits are over for this year.
Okay. The splits is kind of abbreviated for when you buy a parcel of land and you didn't buy the whole parcel, say the owner had 20 acres and you bought 5. That's a split. Those take a little bit longer to do the paperwork on. We got to draw them on the map. We've got to deduct from the seller, add a whole new account for the buyer. So those take a little bit longer. We do those from January 1 through July 30th. This year we managed to get to September. But it's all in buying just a portion of somebody else's land and you being the new owner on that.
So in that case, the tax bill is going to be possibly, if it happened after, sounds like this year, if it happened after September, they aren't going to get the true tax statement for
Correct.
this year.
The seller will still get the tax bill this year. After September 30th, the seller will get the tax bill.
Okay. So anyway, that's just something to be aware of. And we always say everything's negotiable, so you can kind of work that out with your buyer, how you're going to handle that. But the assessor's office can't do splits after July 30th. I bet you she can. Good morning. This is Becky Cobb with Understanding Real Estate. Hey, there's a process that happens when you purchase a property. First of all, you get to meet with me or one of my colleagues, one of us real estate agents, and then we help you get all signed up and your contract and everything to purchase. And then we go to one of the closing businesses in town, one of the title companies, and we close on that property. And then they send the information off to the recorder's office, and then that's where Cheryle Perkins steps in at that point. And Cheryle, what happens after that sale gets recorded?
After the sale is recorded, then I get the warranty deed stating who the new owner is, and we process, if it's a straight transfer, usually the same day, or if not the next day, we usually have those done. And at that point is when we do that magic sales letter that I need back. But not only is the sales letter that important, if you get the sales letter, that means the property's been transferred. It is now in your name. Make sure we spelt your name right. And call us to see where we have the value, because we could actually be higher than what you paid. And if so, it's real simple to bring us proof that we're above value, and we'll get that corrected right away before you get a tax bill and you're standing in 2 different lines in November and trying to get everything fixed at that point. So just give us a call. We'll let you know what we have the value at.
Great. So communicate with the assessor's office. She's your friend. She's going to help you out. Thank you, Cheryle.
If you would like to know more about understanding real estate, you may contact Becky Cobb at 417-592-3245 of the West Cobb Alliance, your realtors for life. Find out more on the web at neosho.homes.